A very good afternoon to each one of you, right. So, today we are going to have the very first session in this series of quant of percentages. In the previous session, we were having the session on calculation technique. I am very sure that you would have learned some tricks. More importantly, it is that implementing it. Initially, because we are used to with such a traditional method, we may find it some new technique a bit lengthy or challenging or difficult to recall that. But friends, believe me, if you start implementing those tricks while your calculations you are doing it, it would really over a period of time, because we are targeting the exams of 2021, right. So, it is going to be of great help and you would actually improve it, right. Fine. Coming down to today's session, that is on percentages. Friends, what we are going to do is that first of all we are going to understand about the percentages. I will be straightway feel it as if we are like back to the school. Okay, fine. Right from the definition of percentages we will be moving right, okay, ahead. We will understand what is the language we should be comfortable. Yes friends, in maths it has its own language, and until and unless we are not comfortable with the language, right, we are never going to enjoy the questions of maths as far as aptitude is concerned. And please don't relate your performance or your comfort level with maths compared to your what the way you are performing in the school, or what you the way you used to perform in school. What I am trying to say is that, say in your school days till 10th standard, or say especially those who are not having maths background. Those who are having maths background, I don't have to say anything, but those who are not having it, even for them also, please don't relate your performance in that school to the performance or the comfort level in aptitude, because the way we will be approaching it, right, the way we will develop the understanding about each and every topic, fine, you would start enjoying it. But if you are constrained in your mind that, oh ma'am, I can't do maths, then definitely you won't be in a position to do it. But instead of that, just erase all that thing, follow each and everything what we say, and then you see how comfortable you will become with maths. In fact, you will start looking forward to the maths questions. Coming back to the topic, that is of percentage, right. So, if I talk about the percentage, the very first thing what comes to our mind is, right, is this symbol, right, fine. See, as far as percentage is concerned, right, it is used as it is one of the most important topic as far as the series of aptitude sessions are concerned on quant, because percentage is one of the most important tool for the comparison. Very simple, right. When somebody says that, say if we can take the example, right, of this year's board exam itself. Say if there are 3 papers, out of 3 your percentage is calculated. If you had appeared for 5 papers out of 5. So, ultimately in percentage, that is on 100. It goes by percent, 100, right. The comparison has been taken care of. Apart from that, we can see in business, in economics, right, or whatever the company's reports, everywhere you will see the graph, and on graph maximum questions are related with the percentage. So, percentage is one topic which is not only restricted to quant, but it is also going to be applicable, the concepts are also going to be applicable to data interpretation. Fine. So, yes, and apart from that, the ratio, proportion, profit and loss, work and time, speed, time and distance, the series of topics which will be coming, right, even in these concepts also, apart from these, many other concepts will be there where we are going to apply the concept of percentage. So, friends, we are ready, right? Let's enjoy today's session, right? Yes, Jaydeep, I will be complete syllabus. Let's focus on this topic first. Let me complete this topic of percentage, and then we'll talk about it, right. All right. So, this is what is there. Now, as I said, we are like back to school. I'll be starting from the definition, right. So, First of all, let's have the mathematical definition of percentage, right? Yes, friends, you must be wondering, ma'am, what is this mathematical definition? Percentage goes with percent, and this is a French word which means 100. So, we are talking about per 100. Now, do you know, or I mean, because I am straightway putting the question, can you say that, you know, many a times if it is 3 by 4, we write this as a percentage 75%. Okay. Any one of you knows how it comes? How is this, how from 3 by 4 we reach this? See, many of us must have done this muggification, okay? 1 by 2, 50%, 1 by 3, 33.33%, 2 by 5, it is going to be 40%. We must have, you know, this. Do we know exactly how it comes? Because it will create a lot of comfort. Friends, in today's session, right, I am going to make you extremely comfortable with the language of percentage, yes, and then we will be going further for, you know, solving the problems, because in our head it is, you know, if it is maths, it has to be questions and solve maths, questions, solve it, but we don't give much importance to the concepts of it. Be patient with me and learn those things. Any one of you knows how it comes? 3 by 4. So, straightway Samayak, Samayak. So, Rashid is 3 by 4 into 100. That's it. Okay, see, I am not saying this is wrong, but we should know. So, Samayak says that it is 3 by 4 is 0.75. So, convert it into percent, multiply by 100, and there comes 75%. Okay, fine. Let me see. Let me see whatever I am saying. Are you well versed with it? Right? Okay. So, as I said that percent means 100, which we also represent like this for percent. Okay. So, now 3 by 4, okay, can I write this as 3 by 4 into 1? Can I write this as 3 by 4 into 100 upon 100? Can I write this thing as 3 by 4 into 100 into 1 by 100? Right? And percent. So, it is going to be, as I said that, so it is going to be per 100, which we also denote as 1 by 100. It is going to be per 100, right? So, this is what is there, right? So, I am using this data over here, and hence it turns out to be. So, from here, the next step would be 3 by 4 into 100, and this goes as this, and then comes 3 by 4. So, here comes 75. 300 by 4 is 150 by 2 is 75%. Correct? You got it? All of you knew each and every step of it. Say yes or no. I have written the steps, okay? I have written all the steps. Everyone knew each and every step of it. Is it clear that? See, not required, friends. Let's understand. Today we are focusing on understanding the nuances of percentage, so that in future you never ever have to doubt about it. Yes, please tell, friends. Did you knew? You all knew, okay? I don't deny this part, that 3 by 4 you know it is 75%. 1 by 2 you know it is 50%. I agree. I am not saying no about that, but why is it so? Everybody knew? No, right? See, now you remember this thing, because here what is the point I am trying to make over here is that this is not merely a symbol. This means 1 by 100. And to understand this, right, when we will be doing few basic questions, you will realize the importance of it. So, clear with the definition, friends, right, that what is the mathematical definition when we say percent. So, percent is 1 by 100, which we represent as a symbol, and then here how we use it. Clear? Okay, fine. Now, moving on. to the next point, that is percentage change. Okay, percentage change. So ma'am, what is the definition of percentage? Sometimes, right, it is written as old value minus new value upon old value into, can I write now this thing as 100%, right? So what I need to write when I am writing 100%, so 100% is nothing but actually it is 100 into 1 by 100, which is I have actually multiplied by 1 only, but this is how we represent, right? Okay, fine. So or ma'am, sometimes it is new value minus old value upon old value into 100%. Or ma'am, sometimes when I am seeing a graph and when I am seeing the definition of percentage change, it is sometimes even ma'am it is like this also, old value minus new value upon new value. So ma'am, what is the definition of a percentage change? Friends, we don't have to mug up any of the formula, okay? We don't have to mug up any of the formulas. What we are going to do is percentage change, right? So what we are going to do, we should know the difference, okay? If that difference upon, because percentage is generally compared with the old value, right? Fine. Say if there is a population, right? So if the population from 120 million to it became say 140 million. So by what percentage, right, the population grew? So what I am going to do, I am going to take a difference. So difference is going to be 20 upon, because by what percent it has grown, right? So I am going to take the older value of it upon 120, and then 120, so 2 by 12, 1 by 6, and we know how much is 1 by 6, 6.66. So that is what is the percentage. All right, fine. Or is it 16.67 as a percentage? We will see to it to this point as well. Okay, but so this is how we calculate. Now if this difference is positive, it is growth, increase, right? And if difference is negative, okay, yes, and if this difference is negative, in that case that is a percentage of decrease or decrement or reducing, by what percent the growth has reduced or negative. So go for the difference upon the old value. Or especially in data interpretation, it is also used as a difference, and it is said with respect to what? Then fine, whatever the instruction is there, put that value. So for percentage change, there is no definite thing. It is difference upon generally old value, but even it can be with respect to what you are comparing. If there is a marginal thing, it can be even with the newer value as well. Okay, fine. Moving on to the next thing. This is the table you must know. Yes, this is the table you must know. Literally friends, I am telling you, take a printout of this table and put it somewhere, stick it somewhere on the wall. Even when if you are just doing a brushing up your teeth, have a look at it, right? I will be sharing some 2-3 such tables today, right? Very important. I am not telling you to mug up, right? I am using this concept of image. It should be, the image should be printed. The photocopy of this table should be there in your mind, right? And it doesn't stop here. So when I say 1, so as a fraction, 1 by 1 is 100%, 1 by 2, so again you will be multiplying by 150%. So similarly I have done it for 1 by 20. Okay, so 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. So this is the table where you have been told about till 1 by 20, but it doesn't stop here friends. Okay, it doesn't stop here. What you should do also, so this is one of the table. This is also another table which you must know. Now can you see the difference over here? See, if I talk about 6, so for 6, right, you should not only know 1 by 6, that is 16.67, you should also know 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6, 5 by 6, and 6 by 6 is 100%. Right, say for example I take it 8, so 8 is going to be 12.5, so 1 by 8 here, what does it mean? 1 by 8, so 1 by 8 into, if I go for 100%, right, so it's going to be 100 by 8, which is nothing but 12.5%. So this is what the interpretation. This is the second table, because over here you can see I have not gone in sequence. I have just taken, the very common numbers, very frequently asked numbers, right? And this is what you have to make a printout of it and stick it on the wall and just keep on having a look on it. That's it. That's more than sufficient. We'll start memorizing it. We'll start recalling it. 2 minutes test every day. That is the thing. You don't have to mug it up in a table in a one day. Okay, fine. Then, alright. So here comes a catch. Tell me, what would be the B, by what percent is B's salary less than A? So if A's salary is 50% more than B, right? If something is increasing by 50%, then what will happen to the other person? What will happen to the other person? What is it natural? The way when we communicate in our daily life, right? If yours gets increased by 50%, the others would get decreased by 50%? Yes, decreased, but by what percent, dear? By what percent? Yes, it will decrease. Obviously, it will decrease, but by what percent? 33.33% and not 50%, right? Generally, what the notion is there, if something is increasing by 50%, the other one is getting decreased by 50%. But this is not the way we are supposed to do, right? So, how we are going to do if A's salary is 50% more than B? So, can we see that over here, A's salary is depending on B. Is B dependent on someone else? No. So, since B is the independent identity, or it is not dependent on anything else, I can assume the value of B as 100. If the value of B is 100, right, then what is going to be the value of A? Obviously, it will be 150 because it is 50% more than B. Now, the question was, by what percent is B's salary less? So, when there is less or more, so difference, we know what is the difference. 150 minus 100, 50% difference is there. But here, as in a denominator, we are going to write the value of 150. Why so? Because then by what percent is B's salary less than A? We are comparing it with A, and hence here we are going to write 150. 50 by 150, which is 1 by 3, which is nothing but 33.33%. Very good, Rashi, right? Because we are comparing it with A, right? So, generally whatever the quantity we are comparing with, that value is going to come as a denominator, correct? So, here the answer is going to be unto 100%. So, it is going to be 33.33%. Clear? But see, here again there is a table for you. Every time we don't have to calculate this. Many of you may be knowing it, right? But remember this thing. If something is getting increased by 50, so there is there should be the constant thing, right? So if one variable among the two, if one variable is increasing by 1 by 2, that is 50%. So it is getting. So here is the formula: A upon B, A upon A plus B. Say for example, if the salary of one person was getting increased by 1/3, you have that option as well. If you don't want to mug up the table, still friends, you can do it. Value up, you take the independent value as 100, increase it by 30, difference is going to be of 30, 30 upon 130, and you are going to get the answer. But if you remember and if you can save the time, nothing better than that, right? So, see, it is going to be 1 plus 3. See, here it is. Can you see this formula? It is A upon A plus B. So, 1 by 3, here A is 1 and B is 3. So, by what percent the thing is going to decrease? It is going to decrease upon 1, 1 plus 3, that is 1 by 4. Got it? Fine. Say if the salary is increasing by 3 by 4. So, if the salary is increasing by 3 by 4, then the other person's salary is going to decrease by 3 upon 3 plus 4, so that is going to be 3 by 7. Got it? So this is the third table which you should have it, right? Compare it, and you can find more such values you want to go with, but have your own such table so that very quickly, right, you can relate the two quantities. So far so good. Any problem? Any problem? No, right? Okay, let's move ahead. Fine. So as I said that we are going to learn the language of it. So first of all, tell me what would be the answer to this question. 0.756 into 3 by 4 is equal. So star is like multiplication. So it is equal to what? What is the answer to this question? Yes, what is the answer to this question? So, seven five six into 3 by 4, right? Are you sure with the decimal? Samayak, right? So what I am going to do, 1, so 35, 32, 8, 9 into 3, so 9 3s are, yes, 0.567, correct. And had it been percentage, in terms of percentage, it would have been 56 point, correct. Very good. Fine. All right. So this is just a warm up. Let's move on to the next question. I want you to do this question mentally. Don't write. Can we do it without writing? What happened? Find 12. So you know that actually it has to be 12 1 by 2% of 88. What is the answer? And as I said, you are not supposed to write. Now let's see how we are getting the answer. If it doesn't click to you, you give me the answer, I'll take your answer. But here it is, this example is with a very specific application. What happened? No chat box. Silent. So all of writing. $10.5 approx. Okay, fine. So now see the beauty of what I had shown earlier in one of the tables. Can I write 12.5% as 1 by 8 and 1 by 8 of 88? So that's answer. You are correct, but see, we could have applied, we know that 12.5, if I just go to the previous table, right, 12.5 is equivalent to what? 1 by 8. So from here I use this table and see how simple was my calculation. Got it? Fine. Let's move further. That's why I said you don't have to write. Okay. So, I want to show you the importance of it, that if you remember those fractions, how beautifully and how quickly you can solve the question, right. So, I know many of you might not have, so I am just putting it straight with the value over here. 6.6, that is 6 2 by 3 is nothing but it is 1 by 15. So, basically I was supposed to find 1 by 15 of 75 and the answer is 5. Got it? Some you have to get comfortable with numbers, fine. Got it? Very good. So, I just wanted to show you the importance of it. So, 37.5 of 48. So, 37.5 as we know 12.5 is 1 by 8, 12.5 is 1 by 8, double it. So, it will be 25 is 2 by 8 and triple it one more. So, 37.5 is 3 by 8. So, basically I was doing nothing, but I am doing fine. I am finding 3 by 8 of 48 and here goes the answer. Very good, very good. Why I am doing it? So that you get enough the reasons to mug up that table. More important is that. Okay. So, if I will show you the simple calculations, then you would really work it out. Otherwise, fine, it is a part of the lecture, right? Okay. Do this question, and this does not come in any of the fractions, let me tell you, so that you do not have to refer the table. Okay. Now, tell me what would be the trick. Somebody would be thinking that ma'am, in maths also you talk about the trick. Give me the answer to this. 43.5% of 20. Friends, just let me tell you, this value does not have any 87. Okay, so here I am writing 8.7. Correct, 8.7 is the right answer. So, Rashi did 50% minus 6.5. Okay, fine. Can I write x percent of y as x of y percent? Can I do this? I mean, mathematically, don't go into the numbers and the interpretation of it, but value terms, I'm taking this, the logic of multiplication, right? So, can I write this thing as, with this logic, can I write this thing as 43.5 of 20%, which is, see, all the steps you don't have to write, okay, you don't have to write. I am writing it to make you comfortable, but when you are applying it, you are not going to write it, okay. So, can I write this step like this, which is nothing but 43.5, sorry, into 20 by 100, because we know that percent is 1 by 100, which is nothing but 43.5 into 1 by 5. So, what was expected from you people was nothing, not to be solved all the steps. This is not wrong. You don't have to solve all the steps. Straightway 43.5 you are supposed to divide it by 5, which turns out to be 8.7. Clear? Yes, Srini, I can see your answer. Correct, 43.5 you were saying. So, this is what is expected, friends. So, when you are practicing this such kind of questions, right, fine, you should be in a position to find some or the, see, calculations you are definitely good at, provided you do by the traditional method. Many times it may happen that you will have to follow the traditional method, but it may also happen that if your mind goes, around what could be the other way of solving it, right, then only such shortcuts would come to your mind and tricks will come to your mind. Friends, in math especially, we always look up to that someone comes and, gives me all the shortcuts and my job is done. I will memorize it and I will be like done with maths. There is nothing like a shortcut in maths, and I'll keep on repeating this statement again and again in my entire series of sessions. There is nothing like shortcut. What is the shortcut? The more you are confident about the concept, the minimum steps you will be writing it. Are you getting it? This is the perfect example of it. Say 40, we all know A into B is B into A. We all understand what is commutative property, application, multiplication, holds this commutative. Fine. So, we know the theory. Let's talk about the application of it. So, I use that concept over here. Second thing, look, depending on the numbers, right, the way the numbers are given, I'll be twisting my logic. So, there is never, the theory that you have to follow this step only. No, whatever clicks to you first, that is the best, or the quickest or the shortest possible method for you. Getting the point, right? All right, let's move further. So, let us see 11 one by one of which number is 12? Yes, question number 6. 11 1 by 9 of percent of which number is 12? So, if I, okay, I am waiting for the answer. I am waiting for the answer and then I'll share the shortcut. Rashi, no, maybe. Be confident. What will happen? At the max, either it will be correct, your confidence will boost up because you know the concept. If it is wrong, fine, you will remember. So, drop this word, maybe. Just face it, yes or no. Okay. So, you say either it's 1.08 ma'am, that's it. What happened to the rest of the people? Karthik, where are you? Where's the answer? Alright, fine. So, 11 1 by 9 is nothing but, so here actually if I write this thing, I know, because I know it is 1 by 9. So, we wanted to see today, as I said, we want to learn the language of percentages, okay. So, 1 by 9% of which number, which for us is going to be x. So, 1 by 9 of x is 12, okay. So, x is going to be 108. Is it clear? What happened, friends? Why am I not getting your reply? Friends, if you don't calculate with me now, then believe me, you won't learn, you won't enjoy. So find the equivalent percentage. Find it. Okay, very good. Okay, fine. Right, all right, all right, all right. So 11, okay, I dropped this thing. I'm sorry. Fine. So 11, okay, so how it goes? 11, 1 by 9 is 11 into 9, 99 plus 1. So it's going to be 100 by 9%. Right? So it is going to be, let me write it over here. So 100 by 9% of x is 12. But if I drop this, so we know that 100 by 9 into 1 by 100 of x is going to be 12. Okay, fine. So then this 100 gets cancelled. So what I am getting is x is equal to 12 into 9, which is 108. Oh my God, what all different calculations are coming. Is my this step clear to everyone? So see, okay, so fine, very good, Mansi, I told you. We have to be very, ma'am, did you understand? Please explain. Alright, fine. It's good that you people are asking me, otherwise generally what happens, we goof up the things here itself in the basic calculation or understanding the language, and then we keep on trying by luck, and sometimes we get the answer, and sometimes we keep on wondering where I went wrong. So it's good, it is good that you are asking, right? And this is the only golden chance where I can correct you, friends. Tell me, just let me tell you, you know, the point which I shared with you, that 3 by 4 is how it comes down to 75%, all those steps. Friends, this is what we had learned in 5th, 6th standard. Okay, now we don't have the time that we go back to our 5th standard, 6th standard textbook and do each and everything in step and all, right? So I am clarifying it over here, okay, and make the notes of it. Fine, so let's start. See, 11, 1 by 9% of x is 12, and we know 11 1 by 9 is 11 9s are 99 plus 100 by 9% of x is 12, and 100 by 9 and into this percent, right? We know that this holds the value of 1 by 100 into 1 by 100 of x is 12. This gets cancelled, and hence x is going to be 108. Got it? Rashi, you are clear, beta, about this thing now? Jenny, don't be sorry every time, dear. It's okay. That is how we are learning. Fine. Clear? Shall we move? Okay. Fine. I told you, we are learning the language, no applications. We are just making ourselves comfortable. That's it. 16% of dash is 40. So what we are going to write? 16% of dash for me is 40. Okay. Srishti, clear? Fine. So very simple, very simple. I am coming up with the next series of question on this. Okay. So don't skip it. Don't assume it. Yes, ma'am. Don't have this thing. Okay. All right. So x is nothing but 4000 by 16, 1 by 4. All the steps you are not going to write, all the steps you are supposed to do mentally. But if I do mentally, how would you read it? So I have to write it for you, okay, so that any one of you are missing any step can just check. All right, fine. Next question. 24 is dash percent, so x percent of 36. Friends, I am focusing on the language. Don't go by the complications or the implications of the calculation. Focus on the language. Let's see, I have written 24 is x percent of 36. So I have it like 9 threes are, 8 threes are. Perfect. All right. What is 3% of 5%? 3% of 5%. So for us it is what? 3% of 5% is going to be, very good, 15 by this, or I can write, yes, 15 by 100 into 1 by. Friends, I am writing all these things to make you just comfortable, and hence my answer is going to be 0.15%. Oh, Jenny dear, look at it. Okay, so 0.0015. If I won't write now, then ma'am, you never accept our answer. Right? So yes, I agree, but in option, most probably you are going to find this as an answer, and this is not wrong, but chances are very less. You all agree? Okay, so what is 3% of 5%? Clear? Let's move on to the next. What percent is 3% of 5%? What percent is 3% of 5%? Sometimes what happens, we are very easily handle big calculation and we goof up with the basics. Now, no chance that you goof up with the basics. Yes, what percent is? So, what will be the answer? x percent, what percent is 3% or 5%? What will be the answer? Answer to question number 10. Friends, let's develop, this method of, mostly you would come up, you would see that I will be coming with a question number. So, you write the answer in this form. Okay, this is my question number. Because I always say that, whenever when I am taking a session, there is a lag of 10 to 12 seconds. So, after 10 to 12 seconds, you reply. So, it's very difficult for me to relate, that you have answered which question. So, that is why we will be following this pattern, okay. Question number 10, it is 0.15%. Let's see. So, what percent is? Is means 3% is the answer. So, it was x percent of 5% is 3%, okay. So, it would have been x by 100 into 5 by 100 as 3 by 100, okay. So, this gets cancelled, this is going to be 20 times, so x is going to be 60. Or you want to keep it as it is? Very good. Got it? That's why I said, see, it's so important, Fine, it's good. It's good that we are very minutely we are understanding this thing. Very minutely we are understanding. Good. Let's move further. That's why I have not changed the values also, so that you literally goof up. See, I am playing with 3 and 5 only. Since last 3 questions I am playing with 3 and 5. Why? Because otherwise what happens, we start memorizing it. 18% off, but we are not going to do it, okay. Literally we will be following it, so that there is no way that you have an escape to it. No way you will be in a position to memorize anything. Yes, question number 11. %3 of x is 5%, correct? So, then this goes out. So, x is nothing but 5 by 3. Very good. Fine, correct. Alright. So, friends, till this point of time, the questions which we did was just making ourselves comfortable with the language of the scheme of percentage. In my next session, that is on Monday, right, we will be practicing the questions and we will see the the most likely questions which are asked on percentage. So, during this series, I will make it compatible as a basics are concerned, but it should come with some application. So, on Monday we are going to practice the question on this topic of percentages. So, as of now we are done for the day. Thank you very much.